Live from the Higley Center for the Performing Arts in Gilbert, Arizona, welcome to EThree. Here's your host, Mr. Bob Zucker.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of EThree. And this is all about being on another planet tonight. That's how we all feel. Behind me is the planet Mars. And that's kind of going to be the running theme for this evening, and you'll figure out why real quickly. And we have so much to talk about tonight. We really do. I have a great musical guest tonight, and that's Sandy Hathaway. She'll be joining us. And our other guest, as I just mentioned, is the planet Mars. Yes. And we're going to talk about the planet Mars because on October 29th, we're going to have a really special show that will feature Janet Ivey, who is the CEO of Explore Mars. And she's also the host of a PBS show called Janet's Planet. And then along with her, we will have a visit from NASA astronaut Don Thomas. Don flew 3 space shuttle missions, 2 on Columbia and 1 on Discovery. He also wrote a book called Orbit of Discovery about the STS-70 mission of Discovery. Don spent 44 days in space and has orbited the Earth nearly 700 times. And this is the first of a series of shows that we're going to be doing on space exploration. We're going to be doing 1 each month. And let me tell you a little bit about Explore Mars. Explore Mars is, I guess you'd say, they're an information sharing organization. They educate people around the world about space travel. They often go to Washington to educate our congressmen and our senators, and tell them what's going on with NASA, and they share information with other space agencies. They reach out to the aerospace industry. We will probably have somebody from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory on one of the shows talking about propulsion systems. But we're going to be doing one of those each month, with the first one being October 29th. And then for the next 6 months, we'll be doing a show about that. So that's something to look for. And one of the things that we are going to try and make happen, and it looks like it could very well happen, is one of those shows will also feature a direct link to the International Space Station, so we'll get to talk to the astronauts on the space station, and that's something I'm really looking forward to. Now, if that's all we were going to talk about when it comes to Mars, it wouldn't be the whole show, but it's not. So we have a very, very creative staff here at the Higley Center. And you know that because you know they do their Tuesday night TV show called Crash Landings, which is all them. But on October 30th, we're all going to get together and we're going to partner with the Higley High School drama students, and we're going to recreate one of the most famous radio broadcasts of all time. That broadcast took place on October 30th, 1938. And it was a broadcast of the Mercury Theater on the Air production of H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds, and that starred Orson Welles. That broadcast, because it was formatted as a series of news reports, if you tuned in, like after it started and you weren't aware of what they were doing that night, you might have really thought that we were being invaded by Martians. And it scared a lot of people across the country. The police departments were getting phone calls. It was really a crazy time. And then there's also this. This past Tuesday, the planet Mars was closer to Earth than it will ever be again until the year 2035. So the question that I leave you with right now is that a coincidence? Or are we trying to warn you that there might be an invasion coming to your TV pretty soon? Who knows? So, talking about out of this world and out of this world people, I want to introduce our music guest to do a song for you. Now, our music guest is Sandy Hathaway, and I know her mainly as a folk singer, but what you're about to hear is definitely not folk music. It's definitely a little bit out of this world. Sandy has also studied opera. So, ladies and gentlemen, doing some opera for you for this beginning piece, here is Sandy Hathaway. Bravo, bravo. Bringing some class to E3 and to the Higley Center. Sandy Hathaway, she'll be back later on and she'll sing, I think, one more piece of opera, and then she'll be doing her, what I know her for, her folk music. And, we continue our out of the world segment, theme tonight, always in back of me. Actually, he's more like over there. No, he's over there. There he is. Jean-Luc Picard is back there. I wonder if he's ever been to Mars. Did Star Trek ever go to Mars? I can't remember. Anyway, and of course, I have my official weekly political statement, my coffee cup that says right on it, Picard Riker 2020 for the next generation. So there we go. The Higley Center, as many of you know, is a 1,200-seat performing arts center located in Gilbert, Arizona. And we are, as always, looking forward to reopening. We've started doing some rental events, and I mentioned some of these things last week, but I want to mention them again because some of our people watching asked me to repeat this. And we actually are planning our reopening events now. And we're not going to have a full season this year, but we're going to actually do like 3 holiday Christmas type things in December, and then we're going to do one other thing in March, and I think you'll enjoy all of them. On December the 5th, and we're bringing back a gentleman who's been here 3 times before. His name is Jack Wright, and he normally does a Neil Diamond tribute. And he's doing a Neil Diamond holiday show entitled A Cherry Cherry Christmas on December the 5th. And you'll have some of your favorite Neil Diamond tunes in that as well. But we'll also have some great Christmas stuff, and there'll be some surprises in that show. So that's coming up December 5th. On all of these shows, tickets will be going on sale around the 1st of November. Then on December 11th, 12th, and 13th, we will be bringing back, as we do every year, I believe this is going to be the 11th or 12th year, we have our production of Nutcracker in partnership with the Southwest Youth Ballet. At this point, because of the situation with COVID and everything, we're not sure exactly how many performances we're going to do. And there will be, limited seating because of that, but that'll be December 11th, 12th, and 13th. And then again, December 23rd, we'll be bringing someone, again, who's been here 3 or 4 times, and that is Jim Curry, who does a John Denver tribute, and he'll be doing his Christmas show called A Rocky Mountain Christmas. Now, all of the shows we're doing will be limited to about 300 people in a 1,200-seat hall. So when tickets go on sale, you need to grab them because they're going to go fast. They're going to sell out. We may add a second show on the Jim Curry show if we do sell the first one out. So just be aware of that. On March 17th, we have a group coming in called Acoustic Eidolon. It's a duo. One of the people, Joe, plays a double neck custom guitar, and his wife Hannah plays a cello, and they sing and they play. And Hannah's a world-renowned cellist, and it's a beautiful show. It'll be in the concert hall, same deal, 300 seats max, and we're really looking forward to that. The bigger shows, the ones that nationally you've heard of, we had to move all of those shows to the 21-22 season because of capacity issues, and it takes money to put these shows on, and we couldn't earn enough. But I want to just reiterate that these are all rescheduled from what was going to happen this season. August 28th, 2021, we will be bringing in the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Great group. I've known them for so many years, and it's going to be wonderful. November 11th, 2021, that's going to be Veterans Day. That show is, what a great show to have on Veterans Day. It'll be the Bellamy Brothers. And then on December 4th, 2021, we will have Matthew and Gunnar Nelson. Those of you who are old enough to remember the Ozzie and Harriet show, and Ricky Nelson was their son. Well, Matthew and Gunnar are Ricky's twin boys. And they've been here also a number of times before, but they're going to be coming in and doing their Christmas with the Nelsons show. Okay, time to educate ourselves and find out what happened today in history. In 1777, John, you remember that, right? You were there. In 1777, in a pivotal moment of the Revolutionary War, 20,000 American troops led by General Horatio Gates surround 5,000 British troops at Sarasota, New York. And obviously they were outnumbered and the British surrendered there. Now, it's interesting, the name Horatio Gates. And it's interesting to me because you all know that I'm a big movie buff. And, 2 of my favorite movies of all time were National Treasure 1 and 2. Great movies, puzzle solving. They were a lot of fun. And I just found out the other day that, the original National Treasure came out in 2004. The sequel, National Treasure 2, came out in 2007, and there's been nothing since then. But the executive producer, Jerry Bruckheimer, has teased us and said that he and Disney are at work, and we will probably see sometime in the next few years a National Treasure 3. And I went online before the show to see if there was any video or anything out there about it, and there wasn't anything, but I'll keep you guys informed. And then in 1871, it was a hot old time in the city of Chicago because Mrs. O'Leary's cow kicked over that lantern in the barn and started the Great Chicago Fire. Over 250 people were killed in that fire, and the homes of 90,000 people were destroyed in the Great Chicago Fire, 1871. 1970, Russian author Alexander Solzhenitsyn wins the Nobel Peace Prize in Literature. And then in 1998, the U.S. House of Representatives votes 258 to 176 on this day to begin impeachment hearings against President Bill Clinton. Today's birthdays. World War I American aviator Eddie Rickenbacker was born in 1890. In 1943 on this date, comedian Chevy Chase was born. And in 1949, our favorite actress from, well, you all know the movies, I won't even mention it, actress Sigourney Weaver was born. All right. Now, staying on the Mars theme, each week I always share an item from my personal collection of memorabilia. And as I said, we're going to stay on the Mars theme tonight. Those of you who follow things going on with Mars know that there's a spacecraft on its way to Mars right now. Well, in 2017, in preparation for this mission, NASA invited the general public to go to a specific website and enter their name for a personalized Mars mission boarding pass. And what that means is, well, I'll tell you, the mission launched on July 30th of this year, and that mission includes the new Martian rover called Perseverance. On the rover, on the surface of the rover, is a silicon chip on which NASA used a microlaser to etch over 1.4 million names of people like you and me who went to that website in 2017 and asked for one of their boarding passes. Now, as my staff will tell you, I'm definitely a space cadet at some times, and this is going to definitely prove it, because here is my boarding pass to go for the Mars mission, which means, as we speak, my name is on its way to Mars on board the rover. And the rover will land on Jezero crater on the planet Mars in February of 2021. So I can actually say I'm going to Mars. So there we go. All right. Now, since I've already referred to her as out of this world earlier in the show, let me tell you a little bit more about Sandy Hathaway. Sandy's songs reach back in time and deliver stories that touch the heart. She is a daydreaming artist from West Michigan, from the lakeshore. She taught herself to play guitar at age 8. Her live performances are filled with emotion and expression. Sandy's original songs contain vivid descriptions of metaphors that transport the listener to a country garden or the planet Mars, depending on where they are. She plays nearly all genres of music. She's back. Enjoy the music, ladies and gentlemen. Sandy Hathaway.
Thank you, Robert. I'm hearing the bugs here. There's like a buzz. Okay, I think. Maybe it's something with that wire. Thank you, Robert. Oh, we got some sound. That sounds really good. I think we have a faulty little jack here. I wrote this song for my husband. This is exactly what happened when I met him. A songwriter, no guitar, singing at a karaoke bar, inviting friends to hear me play, to a coffee house on Saturday. On Saturday night, I'll be singing my own songs at a coffee house. I hope you can come along. When I sang that karaoke song, oh, you know the one, the whole bar sang along. A couple stopped to say they would come to hear me play on Saturday. Saturday night, 12 years ago, I set up my gear alone. When he came in, something seemed wrong, and I just played his wife's favorite song. When the song was over, I saw he was alone. Where's your wife? I said into the microphone. She's not my wife, and we broke up. He did confide. Then I'm your new girlfriend, I replied. He helped me pack up all my gear, and we went out for dinner and a beer. 10 years ago, I saw his beautiful blue eyes at a coffee house on a Saturday night. 10 years ago, I became his wife. And Saturday night, I was playing my own songs at a coffee house. I'm so glad he came along. Oh, hi. We're just giving another chord, making sure everything sounds good. These guys always make you sound really good. I love playing at this venue. So this next song might hit home to a lot of people right now. I wrote it a few years ago, but it's very timely. It's called One More Kiss, and it reminds us that we should always remember to say the words "I love you," and we never know if that's going to be the last time we might see someone. It's that. I think it's the box. Everyone says goodbye someday. Whether sooner or later, it's not ours to say. Why does it all have to end? And will we see each other again? The sweet taste of sugar on your lips. Caress my face with your fingertips. And hold me like a photograph in your memory. Kiss me one more time before you leave. Lord, give me faith in eternity. And across the river, you'll be here with me. Give me one more kiss before you go. Because you never know. One more kiss and make it so. Give me one more kiss before you go. And I know we will say goodbye someday. So let's hold on to what we have today. Lord, give me faith in eternity. And across the river, you'll be here with me. Give me one more kiss before you go. Because you never know. One more kiss and make it so. Give me one more kiss before you go. If it all ends and we don't meet again, at least they will say that we lived and loved every day. Hey, hey, give me one more kiss before you go. Because you never know. One more kiss and make it so. Give me one more kiss before you go. Because you never know. Give me one more kiss before you go. So lots of people ask me, we're going to switch to the back. Lots of people ask me, what's your method for writing a song? And every songwriter kind of has their own way of doing it. And so I thought, I'm going to write a song about how I do it. And it's, it's not right or wrong, but this is how I do it. It's called How to Write a Song. So many hours of lonely music, and writing songs can be confusing. Creating lyrics and melody, please tell this is your specialty. So I say, quiet hours of the night. The choices times to write. Venture on to a caffeinated quest, searching for words that rhyme the best. Close your eyes and see the Milky Way. Travel far inside before the light of day. Move through one map territory. This will feel brave and exploratory as you are writing down the words. You may hear music from the birds, a sense of danger from an old graveyard, uncharted course without safeguard. The words and music taste so good together. After a personal and incredible adventure, flood the firmament, send your voice up in the air, parachuting down to land on souls who need repair. And then swim boldly through a sea of lyrics. Keep a watch out for sharks and critics. Tread heavy onto old memories and mysteries. Your heart may swell with wonderful felicity. Dive deep into the dark, wide vastness. Swim through rough memories and unmeasurable sadness. Come up for air and lay them gently on a melody, certain not to lose meaning and clarity. Take a deep breath, there's no right or wrong. This is how to write a song. Dive deep into the dark, wide vastness. Swim through rough memories and unmeasurable sadness. Come up for air, lay them gently on the melody, certain not to lose meaning and clarity. The words and music taste so good together. After a personal and incredible adventure, flood the firmament, send your voice up in the air, parachuting down to land on souls who need repair. Parachuting down to land on souls who need repair. This is a Gillian Welch song I'm doing right now. Everything is free now. That's what they say. Everything I ever done, gonna give it away. Someone hit the big score. They figured it out. They were gonna do it anyway, even if it doesn't pay. job. Gas up the car. Try to make a little change down at the bar. Or I can get a straight job. I've done it before. Never minded working hard. It's who I'm working for. Everything is free now. That's what they say. Everything I ever done, gotta give it away. Someone hit the big score. They figured it out. They were gonna do it anyway, even if it doesn't pay. Every day I wake up humming a song, but I don't need to run around. I just stay home, sing a little love song, my love and myself. If there's something that you want to hear, you can sing it yourself. 'Cause everything is free now, and that's what I said. No one's gotta listen to the words in my head. Someone hit the big score, and I figured it out, that I'm gonna do it anyway, even if it doesn't pay. I like Andrea Bocelli, and this is one of my favorite songs by him. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte, perderte después. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte, perderte después. Quiero tenerte muy cerca, mi rama, mis ojos te unten de mí. Piensa que tal vez mañana yo ya esté lejos, muy lejos de ti. Bésame, bésame mucho, si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte, perderte después. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte, perderte después. So I'm going to tie my next song into that. I used to live in Spain many years ago. And I recently wrote this song. It's called A Bottle of Red from Spain, because it's like one of my favorite wines too. So I'm trying to remember where I put my capo on this. I think right here is good. It's kind of new, but it's the wine spreads its warmth into my tiredness. I remember things I never will confess. Just a few sips and the words appear. Wine makes me more prolific than beer. A bottle of red from Spain. I lived there long ago. Amazing how wine just helps the words to flow. Like Hemingway or Edgar Allan Poe. There's a message in every bottle, I just know. Where I've been, where I am, and where I want to go. Can never stay the same is all I know. Fill a glass, grab a pen, and the words will flow. Drink a few and the message begins to show. The wine spreads its warmth into my tiredness. I remember things I never will confess. Just a few sips and the words appear. Wine makes me more prolific than beer. A bottle of red from Spain. I lived there long ago. Amazing how wine just helps the words to flow. Like Hemingway or Edgar Allan Poe. There's a message in every bottle, I just know. A bottle of red from Spain. I lived there long ago. Amazing how wine just helps the words to flow. Like Hemingway or Edgar Allan Poe. There's a message in every bottle, I just know. I just know. I just know. So the next song is written about my parents. And some of my siblings say, well, that's not exactly like my parents. But I kind of took some writer's privilege. So it's more iconic of the 50s, and it's called Bill and Betty. Here's a picture of Mama and Daddy in cat-eye glasses. She was just 15 in his white t-shirt with lucky strikes rolled on his sleeve. She looks like she's posing for a magazine. In his hair, a dab of brew cream. She looks like Audrey Hepburn and he looks like James Dean. Mama moved here from Detroit City when she was young, naive, and pretty. Daddy, he only knew the country life. He was looking for the countrywide. The skating rinks where Bill met Betty, his heart beat fast, his hands were sweaty. She had raven hair and big brown eyes, and she thought Bill was sweeter than the other guy. Well, here's a picture of Mama and Daddy long ago when they were teens. She was his Audrey Hepburn and he was her James Dean. Bill and Betty were the ideal couple, but a few months later Betty was in trouble. Grandpa gave them his blessing to wed. Daddy saved and bought the old homestead. Betty's brown eyes were so mysterious, and Bill was always too damn serious. When Betty was with him, she would grow, but the future was not this, no. Here's a picture of Mom and Daddy long ago when they were teens. She was his Audrey Hepburn and he was her James Dean. 5 kids later and 10 short years, and the perfect love would disappear. Mama found attention in the bar at night. We were always scared when they would fight. It's hard to imagine when we were kids, they were ever so young and innocent. I'm glad it's not a photo they got rid of. The picture of when they were in love. Mom and Daddy have long since passed, but I'm glad I found this one at last. It's not how I remember them at all. It's in a simple frame there on the wall. It's just a picture of Mom and Daddy long ago when they were teens. She was his Audrey Hepburn, he was her James Dean. She was his Audrey Hepburn, he was her James Dean. Looking for how many more minutes? just looking for how much time I have here. A cue? Okay, I'm just going to keep flowing then. One more. Okay, so I'm going to do this song as my last song. Let's see, it's a Linda Ronstadt song. A long, long time. It's written by Gary White in 1970. Love will abide, take things in stride. It sounds like good advice, but there's no one by my side, and time washes clean love's wounds unseen. That's what someone told me, but I don't know why it means. 'Cause I've done everything I know to try and make you mine, and I think I'm gonna love you for a long, long time. Caught in my fear, blinking back the tear. I can't say you hurt me when you never let me near. 'Cause I've done everything I know to try and make you mine, and I think it's gonna hurt me for a long, long time. And wait for the day you'd go away, knowing that you warned me of the price I'd have to pay. And life's full of flaws, and who knows the cause. Living in the memory of a love that never was. 'Cause I've done everything I know to try and change your mind, and I think I'm gonna miss you for a long, long time. 'Cause I've done everything I know to try and change your mind, and I think I'm gonna love you for a long, long time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandy. That was wonderful. Really was. It's good to hear you sing and play again. Sandy, in what we will call normal times, plays at many coffee houses around the valley. So as things start to open up, watch for Sandy again coming soon. And, I was trying to figure out, we're right about on time, and I could end the show right now, but I'm going to go for another 10 minutes or so because I always like to celebrate the Higley Center staff when I can. One of the things that, if you've been watching the last, let's see, this is show 9, and the last 18 shows, you've probably learned a lot about me. I'm like into so many things. It's like, Bob, how do you keep track of all these things? Well, it's because some of the things I'm interested in I don't always do all the time. I love model railroading, and actually, I live in Mesa now, but I used to live in Queen Creek. And in my home in Queen Creek, in my backyard, we had a garden railroad. We had 750 feet of train track in our backyard, and I really wanted just recently. I just got this itch to get back into railroading. But those of you who have been to the Higley Center at Christmas time know that usually from Thanksgiving until Christmas, we have in the lobby a model train set up, and usually it's been my, what has it been? The Polar Express we've been running for like last 3 or 4 years in the lobby. But this year, just because things are different and because we decided, well, I have such creative people working for me, I decided let's do the model railroad in the lobby again around Christmas time, but let's do something a little bit more exciting, a little bit more effort going into it. So we decided to start from scratch. We're going to build, or we are building, a train table. We're going to build the layout, and what I want to share with you in high speed, because if you looked at the number of hours it took to do this, we'd be here for the next 3 weeks. We're going to watch the staff start to create what we're going to put in our lobby for Christmas this year. Take it away.
Hello, welcome to Project Progress with your host Jacob and DIY's Dana.
Hey, Bob has asked the 2 most creative people on the tech team to work on a very special project.
Why, indeed he has, Dana. Indeed he has.
And what is that special project, Jacob?
Our project is Bob would like us to create a HO scale train table for his train set.
That is correct.
And that's going to include what we've come up with ideas as far as building a mountain with a small lake, towns, drive-ins, and maybe even a special little tidbit in there pointing at Bob. So all aboard and join us on our Project Progress video.
Please enjoy watching our project time-lapse.
are today. You'll notice the water tower that they had in that last segment. That's going to be the water tower for the town they're going to build. There's going to be mountains, and the train set's going to be a lot more extensive than the one we've been running the last few years. Is just like one train going around in an endless loop, which is kind of fun, but we want to do something a lot bigger this year, so we're using what's called digital command control. That means that we can have multiple trains running on the same tracks, going at different speeds and switching them, and it's just going to be fun. And when you and your kids come for our shows at Christmas time, the kids are absolutely going to love it. And my kids love it, the ones who work for me, all of our technicians, and they're having a blast doing this. So anyway, we'll keep you up to date. The only thing missing, I think, right now is the planet Mars. I didn't see that in the train set. We'll have to figure out how to. Maybe we'll put the Mars rover. That might be an idea. Anyway, it's time to come to the end of the show. And as always, I'm going to leave you with a thought for the week. This one comes from American poet Ralph Waldo Emerson. And here it goes. For every minute you're angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. Have a great week, everyone. Cheers.